I'm Kimberly Laluz, and this is my test kitchen. I take multiple lip-smacking, sumptuous dishes and turn them into one big recipe. Now you can cook a feast for your peeps all in one afternoon. Download the One Big Recipe right now and follow along. This is gonna be fun. Hi guys, welcome to my test kitchen. Today's deluxe dinner menu is a twist on classics. Think old school eats with a Kimmy shimmy. Classics like shrimp cocktail, but none of that cocktail sauce, no siree. Apricot ketchup. Succulent prime rib, super simple, my way, sous vide. Meat loves potatoes, but how about a standalone potato course? Potato pave. With the prime rib, brown butter carrots, and a pea and bacon salad. Dessert, a crazy hack on vanilla ice cream with lavender. Oh, and my favorite, bread and butter. 8 recipes, 4 courses, all in one big recipe. Easy to follow, easy to make, and guaranteed to impress. Let's get started with this big, beautiful prime rib roast. Gorgeous. See this? See how the roast sits on the bones? That's called a cradle. I often cook my meat on the bone, but not today. I'm gonna save them for a stock. And that's it. So, sous vide literally means under vacuum. I get my roast in the bag. This is how I make that vacuum. The water goes up, the air comes out. Seal it. And that's it. Set the temp on this magic wand. And now the water bath is gonna stay at the same temperature for a perfect roast every time. You really gotta get one of these gizmos. Okay, when you're cooking more than one dish, it's all about the prep. My one big recipe walks you through every step. Mise en place, AKA everything in its place. I do a little bit of it now, and I don't have to worry about it later. Oregano, rosemary, thyme. Oregano, rosemary, and thyme. The sound effects to dropping herbs in the bowl. Whoop. Parsley, so fresh. Cutting these on an angle, try and get as little stems as possible. This will be the garnish for my shrimp and my prime rib roast. I love growing herbs in my garden because then I know exactly where I got them from. And that's it. The roast is in, mise en place on the go. Let's start that potato pave. Just 3 ingredients, spuds, butter, and salt and pepper. Okay, 4. First step, butter. How about some arts and crafts? Ooh, just kidding. Having the right tool makes all the difference. Check out these slices. Super thin. Makes you look like a wizard. Okay, butter. Watch this. lots and lots of butter. Gonna get it on all the sides so the parchment sticks. And you want lots of extra overhang. More butter. Layer after layer of potato. I love me some spuds. More butter is never too much butter. Season every layer. You see how this is working? Just a few more layers and into the oven. Okay, now this folds over. And now into the oven for a couple of hours. And when it's done, a standalone potato course just like I promised. Wasn't so hard, right? We've got the beef going, the potatoes, we even banged out some mise en place. Up next, a smoke break? Smoked goat butter. Okay, today's menu is all about classics with a Kim twist. Prime rib, shrimp cocktail, all in one afternoon. Let's get smoking. Check out my smoking gun. Pew, 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 pew. Pew. And cooking stuff too. Like smoked butter. This is goat butter. It's a little bit tangier than regular butter. It's not quite as complex as single udder butter. Definitely not as complex as double udder butter. That's a lot of udders in the butter. It's a surface area thing, and that surface area thing just means more smoky infusion. You know it's a party when the fire shows up. Fire sign. This smells so good, it reminds me of my mother's famous burnt toast. The OBR tells me it's time to boil water for blanching peas. I love shrimp cocktail. Grilled, not boiled, and with a spicy apricot ketchup. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Sour vinegar. Sweet sugar. And tart apricots. Pinch of salt. And I'll let that simmer. Time to start the shrimp. Remember this? Chopped parsley as part of our mise en place. and chili flakes, because I like it spicy. Woo! Big, beautiful beauties. Really good quality ice cream that needs to soften up before it's lavender blitz. Time to take out the pave. A paring knife should pass through easily. Whoop. And if it's hot to touch, then I know it's cooked all the way through. This next step is what's gonna elevate this dish by crushing it, literally. These weights will compress this dish, just kidding, for killer presentation. Boiling water cooks, ice stops and shocks. Now it's time for the truffle and pea salad. Lardon. Think Italian bacon. Nobody likes mushy peas, so they take no time at all. You also know that they're ready when they rise to the top. I want to make sure that they stay green and crunchy. Now the OBR tells me to keep my water boiling so I can do my carrots next. These guys are perfect, nice and crunchy. Who doesn't love bacon bits? Wait till you see what I do with this bacon fat. Ooh, the carrots. Make sure that your carrots are all the same size. Check it out. The potato pave is cooling, the beef is in the bath, the shrimp cocktail is almost done, and the peas and carrots are working. So what's next? My almost homemade lavender ice cream. You won't want to miss this. Okay, so my menu today is a twist on classics. So far I have the chilled shrimp, my potato pave is done, and my prime rib is taking a jacuzzi. What's next? Ice cream! This is the best dessert hack ever. First you take vanilla ice cream, and then you take other yummy things that you want to put in it, like lavender. Ah, je suis en Provence. Your guests are gonna go wild when they try this. Step 1, blitz the lavender. Meet my cousin Blitz. Then you blend. That's it. It's that simple. Now that's ice cream with an attitude. Wild, creamy, and just a hint of lavender. I wanted to say perfect, because it's perfect. Your guests are gonna go wild when they try this. And then back in the freezer. Okay, this is room temp, so it's time to stick it in the fridge. Ooh, it's time to get back to the bread and butter. Fresh bread from my favorite bakery. Nothing smells as good as fresh bread. Speaking of which, my mother had a bakery, and she went on vacation for the first time in, I don't know, 10 years. She put me in charge. Might I say that I was 15 years old? Middle of the night, I get a call. One baker only spoke French, the other guy only spoke English, and they were in a massive fight. Basically telling me they were gonna leave and not do the production that night. So I ran over. And basically that was my first ever experience baking bread. Once I calmed them both down, they stayed and helped me make some of the worst bread I've ever done, but some of the best they ever did. Smells like a campfire. Okay, let's finish the apricot ketchup. The apricots are fully plumped and soft. That's how I know it's time to blend. But first, apricot jam. Smells divine. Hand blender, 20 bucks. Pick one of these up. This bowl will help it cool down faster. It's a surface area thing. Come on. I mean, Don't mind if I do. Let's get this in the fridge. I've got a groovy garnish for my potato pave. Creme fraiche, tarragon, and lemon. Creme fraiche is like sour cream, but only better. It's so fresh, it's going, gone. Tarragon has a mild licorice flavor, definitely underused. Don't you just love the smell of fresh zested lemon? So zesty and citrusy. Always. Can't wait. So this is done, and it's almost enough of a garnish to make my potato pave a standalone dish. Almost. Flaky sea salt and maple sugar. These are gonna be killer on my carrots. This is how I grind them. Now let's take a look at my prime rib.
Ooh, you fancy.
Whoa! You can't see it, so you're gonna have to trust me, but it's perfectly cooked medium rare from end to end. Just gonna rest a little and then sear it off for a nice crust. Just wait to see the look on your guests' faces when they dig into this.
Girl, you got it.
Now a crunchy, creamy, sweet and salty pea and lardon salad. With a hint of white truffle oil. Shallots.
Ooh, you fancy.
Shallots are like a garlic and onion on a date.
Ooh, you fancy.
Sour cream to tie it all together. Remember these guys? Italian bacon bits.
Ooh, you fancy.
Girl, you got it.
Fresh pepper. This is actually my last piece of Parmigiano Reggiano from a trip to Modena, gifted to me from nobody other than Massimo Bottura. When I got knighted, like actually, you know, like the whole like, boop, 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 that whole kid and caboodle, they made me the ambassador, so ambassadrice to the white truffle and Barolo wines of Alba. And a little bit of white truffle oil. It takes me right back to that day. Perfetto. This is done. Now it's time to finish my apricot ketchup. Horseradish. This is what makes my shrimp cocktail a kicktail. Awesome apricot with a Kim twist. And pro tip, I took the shrimps out of the fridge so they wouldn't be fridge cold. They need to be cold, but not too cold, because then you can't taste your food and your tongue goes numb. It's got a kick and a punch. It's all coming together. And don't forget, you can get the whole family involved. Cooking is fun, especially if you follow the one big recipe. Knight Kim, the night of the round truffle. We have to stop doing that sound. It's terrible. Everything is under control. When you're cooking all afternoon, it is so important to have a built-in break. Chill, pick the wines for dinner, and make a cocktail. A classic cocktail from my classic menu. Vodka martini, anyone? Vodka martini. Vodka, ice, vermouth, that's it. That's it, that's all. The glass should be so cold that even a polar bear is like, dude, that's cold. That's the most important part. Vermouth. Legend has it that the martini got its name from a famous kind of vermouth. I let mine sit there as long as I can, right until I'm gonna pour the drink. So, vodka. You can use gin too, but vodka is always my go-to. You wanna get this real cold as well. All right, all right, all right. And now, we shake.
Shake it.
Some like it stirred, but I like to shake.
Shake it.
Now, just swizzle them around and dump them out. And then you pick your favorite garnish. So, if you do a classic martini, everybody loves olives. They can be regular, they can be blue cheese. I like to add a little bit of the, you know, pickle juice or something. You can even put some chilies in there. Down to the last drop. Classic martini, olives. If you want to be a secret agent like me, you do a twist of lemon. Yes. And add cocktail onions and it becomes a Gibson, apparently named after a teetotaling US ambassador who didn't drink alcohol. So he would put his onions in his martini so he could tell it apart from the rest, until everybody started drinking them and it became all the rage. All right, so everybody's got a martini in hand. Perfect to start the evening. Now, what were you thinking to go with this big, beautiful feast? I'm thinking something nice and light with a bit of spice, Vouvray. And now for the red. Folks, it's prime rib. This here deserves something big. Maple and brown butter, pea and lardon, truffle and parmigiano. Come on, amarone. And this will not break the bank, so get two. So everyone has a martini in hand, the tunes are great, and the smells are wafting in from the kitchen. You're chill. Can you imagine the look on everybody's face when they see this feast? Cooking is fun, especially when you follow the one big recipe. What do you say next? We plate up the bread and butter. Huh? Let's roll.
Everybody just do what you do.
Okay, so picture this. The guests are in the other room, laughing, drinking, enjoying. It's showtime. Today's menu is a twist on classics. And what's more classic than bread and butter? For my bread today, I have a sweet bonus, honey. I dare you to find something that smells better than warm honey. And bonus, it helps the herbs stick to the bread. Remember these? Everything in its place. Mise en place. With a Kim twist. Presentation is everything. And for my smoked goat butter, black sea salt. Heavenly. It brings me right back to my grandmother Meme's freshly baked challah bread slathered with honey on a Saturday morning. But with these herbs and this smoked goat butter, next level. So that's for the middle of the table, and it's done. Now for my shrimp cocktail. This plate surprises with all the 3 T's. Taste, apricot ketchup. That's new.
Going up, never coming down. Yeah, my feet got lifted straight up off the ground. Yeah, see me on top, headed for the crown. Say that I'm the one that's
Now get your artist on.
going up, never coming down. Yeah, my feet got lifted straight up off the ground. Yeah.
Temperature. These grilled and chilled shrimps look like they're hot, but they're not. And if you want to get real chefy about it, make it stand on the plate nicely. Just cut off a little bit of the bottom.
Going up, never coming down. Yeah, my feet got lifted straight up off the ground. Yeah, see me on top, headed for the crown. Say that I'm the one, that's what they call me now. Yeah, going up, never coming down. Yeah, my feet got lifted straight up off the ground. Yeah, see me on top, headed for the crown. Say that I'm
And
the
now,
one, that's what they call me
texture.
now.
Microgreens are a great way to add crunch, and they're just so cute.
Hold up, card ain't got no limit, let me tell you how I feel. Now that I'm up in it, let me tell you how I feel. Got me super lifted, let me tell you how I feel. Doing me was real while I give myself a minute, yeah.
Beautiful. Now sit down and enjoy and watch the look on your guests' faces when they take their first bite. Okay, everybody's glass is full, somebody's picking up the plates, and the shrimp cocktail was a hit. Now it's time for my potato pave. I don't know which side I like better, the bottom or the top. Beautiful. This will make a perfect hash for my breakfast tomorrow morning. Now, what's better than crispy, golden brown fried potatoes? Watch this. Bright, tart, lemon tarragon creme fraiche. And one final coup de grace, salmon roe. Voila. Crispy, buttery, I can taste every layer. The tarragon creme fraiche reminds me of potato with latkes at my grandmother Meme's house. Now you serve the spud, and you got about 20 minutes to relax and chill. You've got it all worked out. It's time for prime rib. Okay, 4 courses, 6 recipes, all in one afternoon, all in one big recipe. Today, a twist on classics. So far, chilled and grilled shrimp with apricot ketchup and potato pave with tarragon cream and caviar. It's been a hit. Now it's time for prime rib, the main event. This is brown butter for my carrots. The slow heat caramelizes the milk solids and creates a nutty aroma. Sous vide cooking is not just simple, it's temperature control from beginning to end for a perfect roast every time. Bacon fat for extra flavor. It's not just how it tastes, it's also how it feels in your mouth. A crispy, seared crust. Time for a quick pan sauce. The brown bits add extra flavor, and the red wine intensifies and deglazes. Veal demi-glace. I picked this up at my butcher. Most butchers have it, so get it when you get your roast. I want this to reduce by half. Back to my carrots. Woo! I pre-blanched my carrots, so now I just have to warm them through. Cold butter, the secret to any pan sauce. 3 ingredients in 3 minutes. Parsley at the end so it stays nice and green. So my roast is resting, my pan sauce is done, and my carrots are nice and glazy. Now it's time to slice and serve that prime rib. prime rib, pan-glazed carrots, and now it's time for the truffle and pea salad. Ah, there's nothing like the smell of white truffle oil. Food brings people together. It's a universal language. It's all about enjoyment. Little taste for me. And I promised you blush pink from end to end. Everyone will go wild when this hits the table. 3 courses down and 1 smile to go. Lavender ice cream. Okay, so it's been about half an hour. They think they've seen it all. But there's still one more surprise. A sweet ending. I bought this from a local bakery that I love. I hope you see how easy this is and you're gonna try it. Lavender ice cream with a micro basil garnish? What's that? Trust me, it's a new classic. Lavender ice cream. If you have not, you have to. The lavender is so wild, it takes it to a whole new level. Now get that to the table. Et voila! A feast for 6 in one afternoon. And how easy was that? Anybody can order takeout, but this is love, guys. Follow the one big recipe and anyone can do it, I promise.